So over a year ago, I created something called the 7-Day HA Recovery Commitment Challenge. And I've been running it for over a year. It was this free email-based challenge. So lots of reading, but you would get an email every day for 7 days to help you overcome and tackle the different but important areas that you need to be checking off in order to get your period back. Now, over time, I have collected some really great feedback, and upon working with all of these wonderful, amazing women, really started to learn even more about what works and what doesn't. And so I'm excited to be introducing to you guys the updated version. It's called the 7-Day HA Recovery Kickoff, and it is totally designed to help you not just commit to the process and have all of your ducks in a row in terms of important factors that need to be tackled and issues that need to be overcome in order to get your period, but the whole thing is now based in video. So you can listen/watch, and every day for 7 days, we will tackle nutrition. There's actually 2 days of that because it's so big. We'll tackle lifestyle, we'll tackle exercise, your support network, your mindset game. Each video goes from anywhere between 12 minutes and 5 minutes, so it's not very long, but you'll get all of the most important areas and the best tips and strategies for how to implement them. Because I know that going through recovery is hard. There's always an area for each person that is a little bit difficult to execute on. And so the goal, or maybe a lot difficult. So the goal of this challenge is to help you have the awareness, the self-awareness, and the tools and strategies you need to overcome each of the different issues that AHA recovery faces for us. So get on it. It's great if you're at the very beginning of recovery or if you're halfway through. I mean, we never know how far through we are until it's over, do we? But no matter where you're at, it can be a really good opportunity to check in and look for blind spots and areas where you might be dropping the ball in your nutrition, in your lifestyle, in, maybe it's your support network that's a problem. Maybe exercise is something that you are still struggling with making changes to. So check it out. Go to thehasociety.com/7-day-challenge, or the link will be on the website. So it may be in the show notes of this show. It may not be. Just go to thehasociety.com and you'll find it in the footer, or you'll find it in the pop-up that happens when you visit the page. And we will see you for day 1 of the challenge.
You made it. Here, finally. Checked out of office to check into the sweet views of that place you've always wanted to go. You know the one. It's nice. Even the kids like it.
This place is so cool.
And they never like it.
Mom, can we go to the pool?
Look at that. Not even asking for the Wi-Fi. When you're with Amex, it's not if it's going to happen, but when. American Express. Don't live life without it.
Welcome to the Hypothalamic Amenorrhea podcast. I'm Danny Sheriff, your host, certified fertility awareness practitioner, functional nutrition counselor, and founder of the HA Society, and of course, an HA recovery coach who has walked where you currently are walking. This is the place to come if you care about getting your period regularly. This podcast aims to educate, inform, and keep you motivated on your period and HA recovery track. So let's dive in. But last thing, nothing on the show should be taken as medical advice, so please seek the advice of your physician. Hey guys, I am just taking a walk because it's beautiful outside and getting a little fresh air is important. And I thought it would be fun to do one of my quick DMs with Danny sesh on this walk. So let's do it. So I memorized the question and it was essentially, hey Danny, I'm not going all in. I'm still doing some exercise. I'm still doing some training. And I just don't know when I need to reassess what I'm doing and determine if it is or isn't working. And this is a fair question. This is what Ashley and I do with our clients, right? We look at the lifestyle, the preferences. The first way I want to recover is by continuing to walk or do some exercise or
by continuing to eat in this certain way, and we're going to hear you out, and we're going to put together a protocol, but we're also going to say, look, we have to be open to the idea that this may not work. We're going to track progress. We're going to see if it looks like it's working or not, and if it's not, we're going to tell you, we're going to reassess, and we're going to update the protocol. So that's what's happening here. So in this very specific example, what you're going to be looking for is signs of physical progress for the most part, such as weight gain, skin changes. Remember, you're kind of going through puberty again in many ways. You might start sweating. You might see skin changes. You might have oily hair. You might have bloating. These are all signs of hormonal activity of your endocrine system coming back online. So I like to be tracking those things. When are they beginning? Are they continuing to grow in intensity? Are they stalling out? Are they disappearing? And then I'm also looking out for whether or not new signs are popping up, right? Oh, okay, we've noticed bloating for a while, but that's all we've noticed. Or now we have other signs popping up, like skin changes. Now, most importantly, I'm going to be looking at basal body temperature and cervical mucus. And so you should be doing that too. Are you seeing cervical mucus appear? Are you seeing it increase in the amount that's being produced? Are you seeing your basal body temperature slowly start to rise from the low ranges into the normal ranges? I actually have an entire YouTube video on this already. It's called Tracking Progress in Recovery. So you can go and find that, and I'll put the link in the notes. But that's a really great video that will walk more in depth for you. But for the sake of answering this question, you're going to be looking for those signs of progress. Now, the main ways to consider that they're working or not, like, well, how long should I be tracking those signs of progress? You know, if I'm seeing cervical mucus, but I start seeing cervical mucus for a whole month or 2 months, or I see my weight gained, but it's stalled out, or I see that my skin issues arose and they're still around, but nothing else has happened for 2 months. Look, in general, all of these symptoms, you should be seeing something change, something rear its head every 1 to 2 months. So every 4 to 8 weeks. That's a good time frame to know, like, okay, this is working or it's not. We see women have increases in temperature and cervical mucus often within 1 to 2 weeks of making major changes to their lifestyle. So if you're still kind of pottering along, not increasing your calorie intake, not reducing your training activity, not increasing your protein intake, all these little things, if you're not making any of those changes and it's been 1 to 2 months and you're still like holding on that those changes have been enough, that is the sign, okay? So tactically what you need to be doing, open a spreadsheet, start a journal, and be keeping an eye on, like, okay, I saw this symptom last on this date, or the first time I saw this symptom was this date and it hasn't changed. Like, keep a little tally of these, check in with yourself every single week so that you can be objective on, has it actually been only a week, or if I look back, has it actually been like 2 months that nothing has changed? Because we're really bad at remembering these things about ourselves. You might think you've been doing recovery for like 3 months. You might think that you've been eating way more food for like 4 weeks. It's actually only been 2. The brain is deceiving. So I recommend you track your symptoms so that you can look objectively if anything has changed, if you've been seeing improvements. I hope that helps. And please subscribe to this channel. Please like it. And I will see you guys next week. If you have a question that you would like to submit to myself or to Ashley, comment below or send me a DM on Instagram and I might answer your question on another episode.
Thank you so much for listening today, guys. Please subscribe to the podcast, and if you could head to iTunes specifically and leave a rating or review, that would help so much because it makes it easier for other people with HA who are Googling around to find the podcast really easily. So if you do that, you're doing a service to all of the women.
Look, my day job as a firefighter is tough, but my night job as a social media manager, my Persian cat Jinxie, that's intense. It's 8 p.m., I've finally gotten home from another 24-hour shift, and I just want to kick back with a cold one, but old Jinxie knocks my beer right off the counter and gives me that look that says, no drinking on the clock. But Heineken 0.0 keeps us both happy. Zero alcohol, but just as refreshing. So I get my drink, and I can still work on Jinxie's new line of merch.
Heineken 0.0, 0.0% alcohol. Now you can. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy responsibly. Hi, welcome to your neighborhood pharmacy.
Hi, I've got a prescription for diabetes test strips. How much is the copay?
Well, it depends on your type of commercial insurance and factoring in your yearly spend, subtracting the deductibles, also depending on your monthly allowance.
Why can't there be a better option?
Or you could try Contour Next test strips. A 35 count's only $19.99 over the counter and proven to be highly accurate. Go to contournext.com/radio to see if over-the-counter strips are a more affordable option for you.
I think I'll try Contour Next.